What's up? What's up? We back at it, back at it. We got a special guest in the house coming out of Los Angeles. My boy, Pepe Unit 3. I'm going to bring him out in a minute. He's a Landoll King. He operates a Landoll. And we're going to get it started up in here. We're going to get it rolling. Come on, Pepe. Come on down, brother.
What's up, my brother?
What's up? What's up? Thanks for coming out.
Man, thank you for the invite. Yeah. Hey, first of all, let me give you props on this. This looks much better looking at it in person than the other podcasts I've seen. This is nice, bro. You got a good thing going on right here, bro.
I appreciate your words.
A really good thing going on.
Words are powerful.
Hey, man, you know what?
I appreciate them.
It's like anything, bro. First you think it, then you talk about it, and then you do the action. And you're doing it, bro. This thing right here, thanks for that. I earned it.
Yeah.
Now that I'm here, I can wear it proudly, right?
That part, yeah. There's gift.
I already got it dirty just coming out because this fool took too long to actually get me on here.
I got you. I'll get you a first.
I'm glad I'm here with you first because, you know, they were trying to give me a little contract to go on that other show. Mm-hmm. Oh, before you get anybody in trouble, I'm talking about Jimmy Kimmel. I ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying? This is get crazy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But let's do what we do here, you know?
I hear you, hell yeah.
You know, but anyway,
so go ahead and properly introduce yourself to the...
So anyway, my name's Jose. Everybody knows me as Pepe. And I mean, I go way far back till 91, 92. So I've always been Pepe Unit 3. You know, a lot of old school guys know me that's what I do. And that's my name. That's my handle. That's, hey, KMJ79, you know, Pepe Unit 3 right here, you know, Unit 3. So I put it on my name and I stood with it. And this Instagram, TikTok, obviously, you know, it's not my era. It's new to me.
Yeah.
But it's powerful.
Absolutely.
Powerful.
It's
and it amazes me. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, absolutely.
It can hurt you, but it can do a lot of good.
It can make you, it can break you.
It can make you, it could break you.
Right.
And that's why I do what I do. You know, I get a lot of haters, I get a lot of props, but you know what? Come. I do it for me, and I put videos to help the next guy.
Yes.
Because I learn from making mistakes, and I'm sure
the
people that are in this industry,
they're going to make mistakes.
They'll understand.
Yeah.
They know.
Absolutely.
You know, but the people that are new to it, hey, maybe they don't have to make the mistakes that we made.
Right.
And we're here to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we got brothers up there looking down on us right now.
For sure.
That they made a mistake, and guess what? They're not here.
Yeah, that's facts.
Right?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately,
I mean, I'm not going to be that guy that I've met in my lifetime that would rather see me break a leg or fall off a truck or damaging equipment before he actually told me, hey, you did it wrong.
Right.
I'm not going to be that guy because in the old days, I learned from guys, and those guys is not a bad thing. It's a good thing that I learned. And what did I learn? I'm not going to be that guy.
Right, make that second mistake.
I'm not going to be them and say, hey, if I'm watching you do something and I know you're going to get hurt, I'm not going to let you get hurt.
Yes.
And that's the reason why you're doing this. You know, first guy that brings out this to the open, you know, from the towing industry. I'm sure a lot of people have thought of doing it, but nobody's doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's true.
And other people that are doing it, they might be doing it for themselves.
Right.
They're not doing it for...
Yeah, we're doing it for the community.
Hey.
For the brothers and sisters. There's tow sisters out there too. We got to represent. Don't forget about them.
That's for sure.
They work hard. It's just as hard as we work.
They make... some of them make us look bad, you know what I'm
saying?
Yeah,
no, definitely.
But credit to all the females that are out there towing, doing their thing. Because there's... I mean, now with the Instagram and all that, you get to see all that.
Yeah.
And that, it's impressive.
I give them props. I give them mad props.
Impressive. But it all becomes, you know, professionalism.
Yes.
You know, I go as far back where, I mean, shit, who carries one of these? You know what I mean?
Right.
I carry one of these. Who carries one of these?
I'm a bat. I can see at night.
So I'm telling you, bro.
For now.
I'm old school like that, you know?
Yeah.
Steel toe boots. You know, how many cats go out and run around in shorts? Shorts weren't allowed in my era. You had to be long pants.
Yeah.
You got to have your reflectors. You know, so I know times change, you know, and people adapt and the laws don't get that crazy no more, but either way, it all falls back to safety.
Yeah, absolutely. That's number one. We all want to make it back home. That's the good. That's the key. That's the goal.
That's it.
To make it back.
That's it. So now I get clowned a lot because of some of the guys that know me well. They're like, "Oh yeah, you claim to be this person, you call yourself the Landoll King. And I
Right.
said, you know what? If I don't put myself up here, you're not going to come and lift me. Maybe.
Right.
You're not going to come and lift me and put me up there. So guess what? I got to put myself up here. But that
Absolutely.
means I got to prove myself to be up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I do. You know, I mean, I started off, some guys say I started off with that tow truck that had a crane on it and a chain, you know, and I'll take it, you know. I tell them, hey, you know what, you're too advanced for me, bro. I started with the one that had a carriage with 2 horses.
The Thompson,
I don't care
huh?
what you say, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I started with the Eagle Claws, wheel lifts, flatbeds, and all that, moved on. You know, thanks to City Tires Tow, I moved into the heavies. Thanks to all those guys that helped me, you know,
Right.
you guys know who you are, from Global, Citywide. You know, I give them props.
Yes, absolutely.
Even, you know, my cat, when I was, which nobody knows, you know, I worked 2 weekends at Pepe's.
Okay.
I rode around with my, you know, my boy. He
Right.
taught me a lot.
Nice.
Now he's at Astro.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
help
nice.
each other out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But there's
That's
certain
what it's
things in
all about.
life that people don't know.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody knows what you've done, what you've been at, what you've been through. They just know where you're at right now. And either they like it or they don't like it. They're with you or they're not with you.
Yeah,
But
for
it don't
sure.
matter. You're you and not me. And I, like I say, yeah. I called my Landoll King. But you know what? I was a wheel lift king. I could have called myself a record king, but there's too many of those. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line is, don't matter what you do. Make yourself a king, whatever it is you do. You know, I
Yes.
have a cat on TikTok keeps telling me, go back and flipping burgers, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. And I said, you know what? I can go back to flip burgers. I'll probably like it. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll be Burger King, but that shit's taken. I'll get sued. You know what? I can't call that. You know?
I like that.
You know
I like
what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I like people that come at me that way. And, you know, I like people that give me feedback, you know?
Yeah. for
I mean, just today, I dropped the, you know, I uploaded a freaking hook and ladder that some boy, I will give you props. I'm going to post a video and tag him, that person. He's from out of state, but he made a little remark on me saying, hey, man, you know, because I had a bad experience with one of them hook and ladders. You know, I almost lost
Yeah.
one. It's on my videos, you know?
Right.
That was scary. I think that was the most scariest thing that I've gone through without having it fall over my truck, but it's just the price of it, the shame of it,
Yeah.
and my
Dignity,
mistake.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? It was my
exactly.
mistake, and I owned it, and I screwed up. I did it, and we corrected it, and there was no harm done.
Right.
But obviously, I learned from it, and that cat gave me a good example. He says, "Hey, man, don't ever try to offload those things on next to the sidewalk where there's a slope."
Okay.
So
I was gonna get into that, right?
bro,
okay.
just now, parked in the middle of the street. We shut the street down. That thing came down smooth. Like I said, I'll
So
post
that's
the
what
video of that
happened
later.
when you were offloading it. The slope, it slid. It slid.
Believe it or not.
The actual truck slid.
You don't see it, but when you're backing up, it actually slid.
Oh,
Enough
wow.
where one of the steers fell off my Landoll, and
Oh.
that thing's like 70,000 pounds. So that thing just leaned.
Whoa.
And I stopped, and the first thing I did,
Whoa.
hit all the brakes, got off, and added my chains, and I was like, I ain't moving this no more.
Yeah, that's the,
that's
at
what
least
you gotta do.
thought to, you know,
And that's what you got to do.
sit back and not
You got-
panic.
Not panic, right?
Yeah.
And if anything, think of what you can do to save the situation, you know?
Yes.
Like don't make it worse.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely, yeah.
But it all comes with with time, you know, territory, or like I say, experiences, or hearing it from other people. Like that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, this is what you're doing, what you're doing. I don't, you know, there's a reason why you're doing this.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm doing it for the, you know.
I mean,
'cause
Jay
it's
Leno, you better
passion.
watch out, bro, because, you know, my cat right here, with all this, bro, I'm telling you, man, you're going to be at another level, bro.
I like
And
that,
I'm
man.
glad that I'm here with you, because it's like they always, you know, people say good things always start in the garage. And don't forget me, dog. I'm telling you, don't forget me, because
We
when
got
you're
you
out
right
there,
here,
bro,
you're
if there's anything I'm going to leave this video with this guy. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
That's all I could do. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Yeah,
But,
definitely.
You know,
Yeah.
I tell people, hey, man, you know, there's no politics in this. You know, at least that's my perspective. There's no politics. There's no hatred. There's no competition.
Right.
You know, there's no, obviously no race here.
Right.
You know, if anybody's out there, you're driving a tow truck, bro, you're my
We're all
brother.
brothers, yeah, absolutely.
That's
That's how
it.
I look at it.
That's it.
You know, that's how I look. 'Cause we're in the same industry. We're in the same field.
I mean, the same token is like, people hit me up, you know, which is funny because I got guys from Canada, bro, which is weird.
Wow.
That they hit me up. I got, you guys know who you are, guys from New York. They're like,
Nice.
bro, they just throw the keys out of the wheel for the city of New York, and they just throw the keys out of, we don't even know how to use the equipment. They hit me up, and whatever I can help, I shoot back. I never say ignore people. Whoever you are, even you got something bad to say to me, you know, I want to hear it. That's
Yeah,
fine.
absolutely.
You know, maybe I'll get something from it.
Yeah, for sure.
You never know.
Yeah,
You know what
no,
I'm saying?
definitely.
I mean, I got a cat, two guys from freaking, I don't know where they're from, but I know it's a lot of sand, and they move like freaking big ass things, and they're like in Saudi Arabia somewhere.
Wow.
And I always gotta be hitting that translate because I can't, you know what I'm saying? But they probably do the same thing.
Wow.
But you know, we understand this. You know, we give each
Yeah.
other a fist, thumbs up. We
There you
understand that.
go. Yeah.
Then I know we're communicating. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
From around the globe.
That's
Right?
That's amazing right there.
Australian by Australian guys,
Wow.
bro,
Shout
they
out
send
to
me some
them.
pictures that I'm like, dude, how do you guys told that? I mean, they're on another level. They're not regulated like we are here in Cali. You know what I'm saying?
There are restrictions out there. Yeah, for sure.
Now, to make it clear, when I say Landoll King, that don't mean like some of these guys that hit me up from dealerships. They want to know specs. They want to know this. It's like, I'm not a salesman. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I'm not selling
No, I hear you on
Landos. You know, unless they want to hire me and pay me for their advertising. But I'm
For
not
sure.
selling Landos. I can only tell you as much information as I know to what I do on a daily basis.
Right.
And the only people that are going to understand what I'm about to say is the people that are in the tow industry. Because we do some shady stuff. We don't break the rules. We might bend them like a fishing rod. You know, about to snap. You know, but we're about to break that rule, but we don't break rules. But we do sometimes do things that no other people attempt to do or say, hey, man, are you doing that? That's not legal.
Right.
I mean, I know people don't like when we say we're first responders to the first responders, but
we really are though.
But we are.
We're actual highway heroes.
They don't really see us in that industry. I know for years the CTTA has been fighting for this to try to make it be an actual
law to move over, slow down.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's hard. But you know, especially now with the phones in their hands, now you got
distraction
drivers. Now you got freaking cars with big ass TV screens in the front. It's like that's all that is not helping us.
A lot of distractions. That's why there's probably so many more accidents than there is today.
And that's why it goes back to us saying what we're saying right now.
Yes.
You know, hopefully one of these kids, I call them kids because I'm 55, so you know anything younger than me, it's gonna be. I'm gonna call you a kid, not out of disrespect, but you know. Respect me as an elder. Right. If I gotta tell you this is what it is, I'm not saying it's I'm 100% sure, but at least I've seen and done probably more things than you've seen in your life, obviously by numbers.
Yes. Yeah.
But you know, when we say, "Hey, man, don't give your back to the traffic,"
right?
They might not understand what we mean until they get hit by a freaking mirror, or worse, get hit by a car and they're not gonna make it.
Right.
We don't want that.
Yeah. No.
As much as I love the unity in processions, I hate the reason why we actually unite for that reason. Right, because we lost a brother.
Yeah, that's
unfortunate. What I mean?
Yeah, that's the worst.
And it even hurts bad when you lose they say a beginner, but it's just as bad as losing
a veteran.
Yeah,
no, it's equal. It's equal quality.
And from that you also learn. You know, don't get complacent.
Yes.
You know, we're good at what we do, but that doesn't mean that we slack on the actual things that have made us survive this long.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. No, you definitely. All it takes is a second. You always got to think about your getaway. You know, when I'm out there, you always got to be mindful to your surroundings and
the
what's
scenario
coming at you.
that if this would happen.
Because on a daily basis, we're dodging cars.
Every day.
It's that fog line.
Every day.
It's a thin line between life and death.
That's right.
And it's hectic. Yeah. People think we just, it's a big, cool truck. It's nice. It's bad. It's clean.
Right.
But they don't understand the stuff that we got to deal with to maintain it, to maintain ourselves, and to get the other drivers home to their families.
Exactly.
And their equipment to their yards and to their facilities.
Right. So I always say that this, what we do is beyond you and me.
Right.
You know, it's not just about me.
Yes. You
know, at least from my perspective, you know, I don't do for me, and to me to be elevated by myself. No, I do it because I want to share.
Yeah.
You know, I want to share what I know. You
Yeah,
know, if
exactly.
something happens to me later on, you know, at least I want to know what I'm going to leave behind. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No,
But
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, before, like I said, before the Lando, how I stood in the Lando and I started mastering the Lando, basically, I only wanted to work 5 hours. I did lay off towing for about a year. I said, I'm done with it. Just like I hear the youngsters do that shit and they go and work for another company and then they come back and then they go to another company because they're done with it. You ain't never going to be done with it.
No. Once
It's in your blood.
Yeah, once it's in your veins,
Right.
it's there.
You can get away with it for a minute, but trust me, you're gonna come back to it.
That's what
so
I
I
hear.
did that. I went away for it. I started trucking, doing something, and for me, I can't be in one place for too long. And towing through all these years that I've been towing, it's never been a repetitive thing. It's always every day
It's
is
an
different.
adventure.
Even though we have the same units, the same accounts, but it's not in the same spot. It's a little, you know, it's always different for me.
Right.
And I'm always, if I'm not at the beach, as you can see on my post, I'm in Fontana or I'm fucking 100 miles
Hollywood
away.
Hills,
You know what I'm saying? You're everywhere, you know?
Exactly.
And it keeps me active, even though I still get the chills on a daily basis.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why? Because we go through little streets, or we're dodging trees, or we're dodging Teslas in front of us, or you know what I mean? It's always something that keeps us awake.
Definitely, yeah, it's always.
And for me, to be honest, I think that's what keeps me going to do this thing. I'm
Right.
like, I love
The
it.
thrill of it.
I didn't like people say you got hooked on that. You know, I didn't get stuck. That's what they say. I got hooked on it. I didn't get stuck. I got hooked on the feeling of towing.
Right.
And although I started with the police garage and it was a whole different feeling until I lost that feeling and the company did change. You know, we went from 22 drivers and it wasn't the same.
Right.
And as I got older, I need to slow my roll because when you're young, you got to be hungry. You know? So now where I'm at, like I said, I started off, all I needed to work was 5 hours. You know, City Terrace was welcoming and they accommodated me with that. You know, they had a little problem with the change of shift. So I was going from 5 to midnight, running my cars, making my money. It was all good.
Yes.
But, you know, I've worked 12-hour shifts all my life. So it just became like, I'm going to come back all day and do what I do.
Yeah.
I didn't like one day I'd be in the record, the other day I'd go out in the rotator.
You don't like to be a combination driver?
Yeah,
you don't like that?
The next day I was in the Lando. So I think in you know where I'm at right now, you put a certain guy to a certain truck and then you master that truck and you actually become more efficient on what you do. Yes. Because mindset, since we know it, like I said, we know it all, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're still jumping from different trucks to different trucks. It's a different. You gotta switch the page.
Yeah, and you gotta put different hats on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and I like doing that.
So for you, that's perfect. So for me, I was like, hey, put me where you need me the most, where I'm gonna be more efficient, and Lando was it.
Oh, I see.
So we went from 1, 2, now we're 3 Landos, and we stay as busy as you know, every day. We run all day.
Nice. Yeah,
you know, so
great.
The record guys, you know, give them props. You know, like I said, it's working out good. Right. But like I said, for us, that's the way it works. We everybody has our assigned trucks.
Yeah.
And they master it.
Yeah.
So like I say, me calling myself a Lando King because I've done it all my life. I haven't. You know, I've been here about 7 years.
Right.
But it's the thing that you put into it. Like I always say, put 100% on what you do.
Right.
And I go back to, I don't care what you do. You're flipping burgers, give it 100%.
Yes.
You know?
For sure.
You know, I hear from the young cat like, oh, they don't pay me enough. Number one thing that sets everybody back. They don't pay me enough for what I do. I don't think I get paid enough for what I do. But that's not how you approach things.
Right.
I've always given it 100%. And eventually, you go ask for a raise, you might get the raise because they see you actually
putting in the work.
Putting in the work.
To deserve it.
But when you say, oh, I'm only going to do 50% of what I can do, but I want to get a raise, and then I'll do 70%, and if I get another raise, maybe I'll reach it to 100. I think it's a wrong mindset. But that's my personal opinion.
No, you got the perfect idea, and that's true. Those are facts.
I'm like, you give it 100%, and they'll see what you're actually worth.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, right now, I think the main issue that I see, like I said, I've been in this industry for a minute already. It all starts on your shift. What time does your shift start?
Yeah.
7 a.m.? Don't roll in at 7:40. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
If you go in at 7:40, change your
Nah,
shift to
yeah.
8 o'clock. If you're that cat, then let me slap you with this, you know? Change your shift to 8. Change your shift to 8 in the morning,
You're
bro.
speaking to me now. Now you're interviewing me. I'm trying to get it together.
But I'm sure you're not the only one. You know what I'm saying? You
Oh,
ain't,
no.
ain't gonna be the first one, and you ain't gonna be the last
Right.
one. You know what I'm saying?
But you tell me a tow truck driver that makes it to work on time. Maybe I don't know.
Well,
Who knows?
I am.
Oh, you're that guy?
I'm that guy. I'm that guy that'll. I mean, I'll beat my alarm clock, and I have an alarm clock just in case.
Wow.
But I never snooze it, or I never hear it.
Oh, so
'cause
that's
I
the
wake up
key?
and I turn it off.
So is that the key? Is not snoozing it? Because I snooze it.
No,
I'm
man.
like 5 more minutes.
Nah.
An hour later.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
I didn't get to brush my teeth. I had to run out the house like I'm God.
But
You know,
like I said, I'm sure you ain't the only one. But there's
Right.
a lot. But I said that's where it all starts for me.
Right.
You know, that's where it all starts. You know, because whatever it is that you do, I think that's how you build your character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot. I think through the years, us as humans, we've lost that dignity of having word. You know, we would say, "Hey, I'm gonna be there," and then that's what you had to say.
Right.
What? I'm gonna be there 8 o'clock, bro. Okay, and you would be there 8 o'clock. Now it's like 10 o'clock, and you're calling that for, "Hey, where you at, man?"
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, in our industry, it's kind of hard to be on time besides on our calls. But after that, we don't have a time like we work 12-hour shifts, 7 to 7.
We don't have a set lunch time.
You're really not going to
We
get
don't know
off
what
at
time
7.
we're getting
You know
like
what I'm
today.
saying?
We plan to do this
You know,
earlier.
we clown a lot in our posts about the 6:30
The
special.
6 o'clock special.
6
true.
o'clock special. You
It's
know,
true.
that's going to put you over at 9, 10
We
o'clock.
got a new one. It's called.
If you're lucky.
It's called Bang Bang. Did you get the Bang Bang? Did they bang you? Yeah, I got banged, my boy.
Right?
My bad. Be like, oh man.
But, you know,
we already joke about that. Me and my boys would be like, hey, did they give you the bang bang? We're like, yeah, we got banged.
but that's how it is, though. You know, in our industry, that's how it is. We don't have a really, like being in 8 to 5 office, you know, at 5
No.
o'clock you clock out and you're going home. No.
Exactly, yeah.
No, we just don't have that.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly,
Or God
yeah.
give us that good, we say, as long as nobody gets hurt, but we get that rollover. Then you ain't talking
Oh,
about
for
it. You know what
sure.
I'm saying?
You're going to stay a few
know?
hours.
And, you know, you also got to get credit to your old ladies because
Yeah,
they put
the
up
ones
with
that hold it
us.
down, yeah.
Because honestly, I know the youngsters always have issues, and it's not like I didn't have those issues. We all go through that.
Yeah. I'm sure you missed
Of
a lot
course,
of
the
birthday
first
kids,
thing- oh, yeah,
birthdays,
yeah.
anniversaries, dinner dates.
Yeah, that's why every little time you get now is like we call it like Kodak moment. You gotta
Seize that moment.
seize
yeah.
that moment and enjoy it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Because then that's just how our industry is.
Yes, yeah.
You know,
Everybody,
It is
do
what it
you,
is.
do you think everybody's cut out for this tow life? No life?
You know what? It's the way I see it. It's like not everybody's made to do this
Yeah, exactly.
or something else.
Right.
Like honestly, for me, I have to call a plumber every time.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't do
You're
that,
not the
bro.
jack of all
I
trades,
can't.
master of
I
none?
could do a little here and there, but when it comes to electricity at home or plumbing,
Right.
even though I have an idea of it and I've seen it and that, I'll never do it right.
University. What is
I
it?
just don't do
YouTube
it right.
University.
Yeah, right.
Right,
And
there
that's
it
the
is.
advantage that everybody has nowadays.
It's easy.
All you gotta do YouTube shit and now you're a master at it.
Yeah, exactly.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like I said, I'm in the era where you had to either go to school, trade, or pay
be taught,
to learn. You know what I'm saying?
yes. Hands on, yeah.
Hands on, and
Yeah.
and now everybody's a YouTube or a TikTok professional that we get clowned on, and then you go to their page, they try to tell this is how you do it, and then I go to their page and I'm like, dude, you got flowers and motorcycle and books. Like, show me a post where you're telling me that I'm doing it wrong, and then I'll listen to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I pulled up into Queen Cat the other day, and I mean, that guy's like, he's looking at my truck and see how I hooked up, I was taking those Beaches on Harbor tractor.
Yes.
So I went over there and I saw him looking. I said, hey, like, did I do something wrong?
Right.
And he's like, no, we don't hook them up like that. And I was like, cool, show me how you hook it up. Because those guys
Absolutely.
move those fucking huge
Yeah.
ass machines. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you got something to say? I'm here.
I'm all
Listen.
ears.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
for
I'm
sure.
like,
Definitely.
I ain't nobody right now, you know.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
like, you tell me what you do, you know, how you guys do.
Yeah.
you know,
Humbly, in a humble way.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's like,
respectable way.
Bro,
Exactly.
you're going to say, like, tell me, even if you got something to say that I don't approve it, but I'm still going to listen.
For sure.
And if it's adapted to me in a good way, fine. If it's not, then I'm not going to use it. But at least I heard you.
Yeah, that's what my
But there's
thing.
fools right now that they don't want to hear it.
They're stubborn. See, when I was coming up, I started from the bottom too. Battery service, light duty, flatbed, medium, and I'm heavy, Landoll. I can operate the rotator. So when they were teaching me, when I was barely starting, they're like, oh, don't listen to him. I'm like, don't listen to him, don't listen to him. I said, you know what? I'm going to listen to him, that, this, and all the above, and mix it and make my own little, my own little remedy.
Pick what works for you.
Yeah, and sure enough, I mean, I'm not saying I'm the best.
Right.
But I get things done
right.
in an efficient way and smooth.
Right.
You know, I don't like to work hard.
Right.
You know, I hate it. I hate to work hard. I mean, we have a hard job.
Well, that's what that saying is work smarter and not harder. But
yeah, and I learned the trick.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm still learning.
And you weren't like you, me, whoever. We weren't born knowing it.
No.
Right.
Right.
So that's how they. I take from people, and we're doing what we're doing to try to give the next guy something.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I ran into guys that I'm telling them, hey, bro, like, this is the reason why I think you're doing it wrong. They don't want to hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you're wrong. You're crazy. Okay, cool.
And that's when you just.
And then, boom, they're going to get into some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Simple stuff.
Right.
You know, like in the videos I put, the hook goes this way, not this way. They don't understand that concept.
How does it go?
Well, I mean, if you put the chain, the hook, you put
hook
it on the chain.
Top?
Yeah, in case it gets loose, it's still gonna be dangling, but it's loose, but it's dangling. But if you put the hook this way,
I never paid attention to that concept.
It'll freaking fall off.
Now I'm gonna remember that though.
Yeah.
I never paid attention to that concept. I do it, and thank God
like
that I mean he's looking over me,
right,
protecting me. But I just do it long as you get it. And I mean, have you ever gone to a drop and your chains are loose? Like,
yeah,
you have.
That's why I learned what to do and what not to do.
Okay. You know? So what is your best recommendation for that you say? Okay, if you have gone through that and the chains coming loose, and then opposed to doing it the right way where they don't come loose. So how do you like to chain down? Like if you get a bus, for example.
Yeah.
Would you chain it like this, or like that?
Well, like I said, depending on the bus.
Okay, it just varies on the scenario.
Yeah, you gotta depending on how they're all different. Like every company makes them a little different.
Right.
So some will work this way. MCI's always this way.
Okay.
Little new flyers this way.
Right.
But I never go to the body. Never go to the body.
Because the airbags could drop.
Because the airbags will.
Your chains are definitely
There's no such thing as even the brand new bus.
Right. You go to the
They're
frame,
gonna leak, bro.
to the axle.
They're gonna leak. They're gonna leak air.
Yeah, and once they leak, it's gonna come down, and
they come down. Then the chains
and
loose.
it's gonna rock. And
so I go to the axles.
Okay.
Axles.
So what's your
from the airbag downward?
What's your trick to get into the axles? And I try to get in.
Well, I got short hands. I save myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got a little cheater bar.
Okay.
It's on my videos.
I
hook up the chain to the cheater bar and throw it over the axle, and then just hook it and bring it over and hook it to the chain.
You ever get splinters when you're trying to get?
Well, that's another thing. That's another thing. See, those are the things that you learn.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, I treat my wood. Like right now, it's about the season that I start treating my wood right before rain season.
Okay.
I put oil on it.
Right.
So it absorbs
it. Keeps it smooth.
It keeps it smooth and like a sponge.
Right.
And then it also repels the water when it rains.
Nice.
Not only are you protecting your wood, making your equipment last.
Right.
But you're making it smooshy, so that way there's not too much splinter. So when you get in there, you're not gonna get splinters.
Man, bro, I was like, I couldn't get them out. I was like, there were no. I had to write like that.
Well, that's when you really gotta feed your girl, bring her flowers, because then she'll be right.
Yeah.
She don't understand why you brought flowers, but then give it an hour, and then like, honey, I need you to start plucking
them. Yeah, for real. Yeah, serious. So I've experienced that, and that's why I'm asking you, like, what's a, you know what I mean?
Obviously, I also carry I call it the yoga mat. It's just a little,
That's a good one.
I always throw that on there. A lot of guys like to carry cardboard.
Yeah, I use the cardboard.
Fine.
People are like, why are you using cardboard?
Yeah.
I'm like, throw it out once it gets old. I mean, I got a creeper. It's right there, but what good does it do?
Well, you're kind of thin, but I won't fit with the creeper. So I gotta get a yoga mat and throw it on there when you really have to get under there. Right. I tend, as a rule of mine, not to get under any unit.
Okay.
I don't like to get my body under there.
Yeah.
And I get conned a lot for that because, you could easily cage brakes. I don't cage brakes on buses.
Okay.
I read a, for the people that know the industry, don't know what I'm saying. Snatch block. I read a snatch block and pull and drag.
Yes. Okay.
But there's limits to what we do, obviously.
Right.
But there's ways that we can do what we do to get away with it. But the main thing is our safety. It's us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna sound a little wrong, but hey, if I'm gonna damage that bus, I don't want to damage it. Of course, we're not in the business to damage it.
No, yeah.
Not our trucks and not the equipment that we're towing. We're not in. That's not a business.
No, yeah.
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not our business, but you know what? It's we're working for a company
treat
that
it
they're
as
not
if it's
gonna like
ours.
us to be them, making them pay money.
Right.
Then it's not a business.
Yeah, they're losing.
But
yeah.
my point is, when there's a choice, either the tow truck, the unit you're towing, or you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be me. I'm gonna save myself.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So if
You
that's
let it
gonna
go.
get damaged,
Let it go.
sorry, you got damaged.
Adios. Yeah. It's replaceable.
You know what I mean? Replaceable
It's
or fixable
repairable
or whatever.
Yes, absolutely.
You and me,
No, we gotta take care of all of everything.
our girls will replace us, but that's a whole other chapter. Real quick.
Yeah, for real.
That's a whole other chapter. Or maybe not. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We won't be forgotten, but we won't be here.
Right.
We don't want that.
Have you towed any heavy equipment with your truck? Because I noticed you do a lot of buses, a lot of.
We do the buses because it's basically the account. So we don't do, very rarely we do CODs.
Okay.
The company I work for, they have, there's not a huge company, but they have the big accounts from LA.
Right.
So,
okay.
So we tend to run on the accounts, but which kind of benefits us because you tend to know the units.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
You repeatedly pick them up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I picked up.
Like I said, all those different companies. For the life of me, I will never understand why MCI, New Flyer, Navi, Eldorado, Volvo, why they all gotta use different fittings, bro?
Yeah.
Air fittings.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, have you ever got?
I'll give that guy credit that invented that air fitting that's universal because we can use them all, but they're costly. We have to spend more money.
Yes.
But to me, it's like, why all these bus companies want to use their own fitting different?
Right.
Make them universal, bro.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't make it easy and that's my point. They don't make it easy on us. They don't think about us as a tow industry.
Right.
They don't think about us.
No, they don't.
I mean, that hooking out I just towed, that engineer guy, I already hit up a couple of guys that I know that are into putting the fire engines together.
Right.
Their actual shop that I can talk to, relate.
Right.
And I'm like, why in the world would they put that freaking stick in the center of the cab that puts us at 15 feet to clear? But the unit alone could be a 14.4.
Yeah, so that little inch can throw it off. And if you break that...
Why don't they make that thing foldable?
Or flexible, yeah, right.
And I'm like, why did they build it that way?
So you put the word out to let them know?
Yes. And that's and it's like, I'm sure if they don't know, then it's never gonna. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
They don't think about us, the towing. They don't think about it. Just like electric equipment right now is what's out there. The electric buses, electric trash trucks, which they're heavier.
Oh man, I'm not
Why
excited.
do they put the air system connected to the freaking electrical system?
Right.
We get that we want to put air in it, release the brakes, and we're good. Well, now if the thing is got dead because it had no power because they didn't make it to the charging station, you can't release the brakes.
Oh wow.
So they didn't know how to. We don't know how to bypass. They're like, why? It's a safety feature.
Does it have air tanks though? It has air tanks, right?
Yes, you can air them up, but they won't release the brakes.
Because it's electrical?
So that's when they came out 2 years ago. Right now a lot of them are to a lot of people it's a new thing this year. This electric equipment's been for the past 5 years. It's just not as out as they are now.
Right.
So our feedback to them makes actually things change.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So now they haven't divided that, but now they made a way for us to actually be able to release it.
Right.
So it's like on this industry, we still work hand in hand.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But if they don't know, then they're not going to change anything.
Right.
So somebody's got to give them feedback all the time.
Yeah, that's
all. They got to see that it's an issue.
Test and error, yeah. For sure.
And this industry goes a long way. You know what I mean? And like I always say, a lot of people are like, oh man, do you make a lot of money? Do you make a lot of money?
I make a good living to survive.
Okay.
Not a lot. I mean, of course, we could always make more.
Your mom's gonna see it.
I make enough.
So my point is,
eat rice and beans. But yeah.
when you say, "Hey man," you know what they ask me, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm living comfortable."
Right.
So the way I live might not be the way you want to live.
Yeah,
You know
everybody
what I'm
has different
saying? Everybody has
lifestyles,
different
yeah,
lifestyles.
for sure,
You want to
definitely.
be having a sporty, fancy car. You know, maybe you own 5 houses. Well, that ain't me.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I live comfortable. So can I go and make more money somewhere else? Maybe, probably. But I'm not gonna be that guy that's gonna go out and do something I don't like. I don't care how much money they give me.
Right.
Dude, to be honest, I love what I do, bro.
Yeah, you don't want to be.
I
you don't
have
want
fun
to
what
be
I do.
a tover.
You know, I meet people like you guys, you know, and we connect and we understand each other, you know, what we go through.
Yeah.
You know, so to me it's like, it don't matter what you do in life, bro. But if you don't like what you're doing, I don't care how much money they give you, bro. You're killing yourself.
No, it definitely.
You're shortening your lifespan.
I experienced that when I
Right?
left where I'm at and I went somewhere else.
When you were a stripper?
No, I love that. That part I loved, and then I got the beer belly. I'm just, oh man, I got to get back to it. So right there, that was fun. I love that. I miss it. I miss it. But yeah, those days were good.
Yeah. That's funny. Man, but honestly, we all the stuff that we do, and I know I put videos out and some people get offended,
Right.
and I understand their point of view, but I mean, I'm gonna say it here. I don't make videos to clown on anybody.
Right.
I don't make videos to push this guy down so I can elevate myself. I
Yes.
will never do that.
Right.
I will not put videos to hurt anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I do them to make totally opposite of that.
Awareness.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Awareness.
Knowledge.
You
Free
know,
game.
I'll be busting out a video. I actually got the green light for it. You know, one of our experiences towing heavy stuff in our Landolls. If you don't do it the right way, you can get hurt, which we're glad the guy didn't get hurt. Our truck got really badly damaged. That even Landoll M&W that fixes the Landolls, they had never seen that before.
One of your guys' equipment?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. But we kept that on the wraps like everybody else, you know. It got out, I mean, you know, until the boss figured it out, hey, you know, it's going to be costly, but it you know, those are the kind of things that if you're an owner-operator,
right,
and that's the only unit,
you're done. Yeah,
you're done.
Yeah. It was that
You're
bad?
done. Because not so much of what it's going to cost you to fix it.
The downtime?
The
downtime. Yeah,
The
you're
downtime.
losing every day that goes by. If your equipment's not
so
if your wheels
that
ain't
truck was
rolling.
down for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. So when you're doing math, to say 2,500 a day,
Yeah, it's a couple of weeks.
Come on.
That's a good amount, yeah.
and, you know, we had to get our records to tow buses because,
Yeah.
you know, somebody else is going to have to pick up the slack to cover, you know.
Yes, yeah.
The
definitely.
work.
You got to juggle, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where teamwork comes in.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
But the thing is that when I put that, you know, when I put those type of videos, say, hey man, this is what can happen. That's the reason why I do it. So you can avoid it to happen. And it's basically, I mean, as you know, it's common sense. You
Definitely.
know, I think 90% of this is common sense, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's why when you get
I mean,
into
you
work,
shoot this,
you
if
gotta.
your shit's not flat and it's leaning and you see it and you keep going up higher and it's like it's leaning more, it's common sense, bro.
Yes.
Like the higher you go, it's leaning more. What's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And those are the things that, like you asked me earlier. I don't know if I answered it, but if anybody can do this, I don't think anybody can do this. To be honest,
No, I agree with you.
Anybody can learn it, but it's not for everybody.
Yes.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've seen, you know, in the 7 years here where I'm at, I've seen multiple guys come and go. And not regular guys that come and go, you know, the guys that know their shit, you know, that earn their respect from come and go, because that's the reason they come and go, because they earn, you know, of what they do.
Right.
But I'm talking about like in our field where I'm at, we get truckers that come in and they want to do what we do.
Oh,
Fine.
yeah.
But then the first call they get, school bus. They run a residential. This is not a truck route.
Oh.
I can't get in there. What do you mean?
Yeah, they're programmed out like, Wait. No,
That's the
can't do
city
it.
of Brentwood. We can't go in there. Yeah, you can, bro.
Yeah,
We go
we're
in there all the
emergency.
time.
That's what we
You
are.
gotta go in
Emergency
there, you know what I
roadside
mean?
service providers.
So they don't like that because now it's like, oh man, they're
The
used
weight
to the
limit.
highways.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, come on,
Yeah.
So like I said, it's not for everybody.
But I've heard
You
guys
know?
gotten tickets though. Tow truck drivers gotten tickets like on the
There's
105 and Long Beach.
there's a
You'll
few
get cited
areas.
right there.
I mean, we know the areas that
Yeah.
you, regardless of who you are, you know.
Yes.
I mean, there's certain areas that they're just the way it is, without saying San Marino, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Without saying the actual
for sure.
places. But when it comes down
But-
to, we're not just cruising through there.
Right,
You know what
exactly,
I mean?
that's
If you
what I
go
was
in,
gonna
this
say.
for a reason.
Yeah,
You know? Like we do
exactly.
the city street sweepers.
Right.
I mean, they don't choose where they want to break down, bro.
Exactly, dude.
You know
You're
what I
just taking
mean?
the words right out of my
It's
head.
like-
For real.
Yeah, I mean, come on. So this falls back to common sense.
Yeah.
Then when you tell the officer, like, really, bro? Like,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I had a dude, if he ever sees this, he'll remember, but this particular cop in South Pasadena,
Okay.
I had to go through it because I was picking up a fire engine, a fire pump, a pumper.
Yeah, exactly.
He followed me.
Right.
He followed me to where he didn't believe me. Okay, fine, cool.
Oh, you want
He
to
got
make
there.
sure.
So when we get there, I ain't lying if he sees this. When we got there, fire captain's there, blah, blah, blah. And he literally told them that he escorted me there. And I was
You
like,
got gay, bro.
I was like, I don't care, bro. So I told him, let me load this up and escort me back
Yeah,
out.
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Because the last thing you want is somebody to call a cop. Like, hey, there's a big truck coming through.
Right.
They're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, you escorted me in, escort me out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
For sure.
Let's go down Huntington Drive,
Yeah.
for you guys that know that street.
Yeah.
It's the infamous area. You can't go through there.
Right, yeah. The motorcycle cops.
Yeah, come on, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, so we can both play at that game. Telling me you escorted me, escort me back out.
Definitely, yeah, for sure.
It works out good. He shook my hands after that. I said, man, you take the credit? That's cool.
Right.
I'm not here to just be me. Nah, man, go ahead.
You're here
As long
for
as
a
it worked for
reason.
me,
Yeah.
And a lot of the times I could tell you certain things and maybe I'll finesse my way to get you to tell me what I want to hear. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, anytime we go to a yard and drop off a unit, you know what I mean? It's like, we want to get the east spot, or we go to Kenwood. That spot, I'm not going to say I hate it, but it's like, oh man, you got to put it in that stall. And I'm like, bro, why are you going to risk me trying to hit another, hit my truck?
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
it's like, why? You got this whole parking lot over here, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But when it's time, hey man, look, don't start dropping. I always go and give them the respect and ask them, hey,
Yeah.
you tell me what you want. You want me? Okay, tell you what. I don't know if I'm gonna get it in there. I'll angle it there. I'll let it roll off and see if it goes in there. If it don't go in there, I'll help you guys push it in there. You bring the fork, I'll steer, whatever. But we'll get it in there.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
So when it get like, you know what? Drop it off over here. That's what I wanted to do in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
But you gotta make it come out from them.
No, and that's how I'm the
No?
same way, dude. I'm the same
And
way.
see, those are little things that everybody has to pick up.
Yes.
Because we've had to have gone back to a certain place
To relocate it.
to relocate it.
Yeah.
Because
for free.
they're like, they didn't even tell us. They just dropped it off over there. And it's blocking. You guys need to come over here and move it.
Yeah, and you have
And
to because that's your
our
account.
dispatch,
You
dispatch
gotta
has to
finesse
send a
them.
truck.
Like,
So
you
just
know, we
go,
got you.
pull it
Yeah.
with the chain. You don't have to reload it. Take another guy to steer it, whatever, move it where they want it.
Yeah. No,
But
and that's why if you ask,
Yeah.
you
give them
get
that
it right
courtesy.
the first time,
Give them that courtesy.
and they appreciate
Yeah,
that.
give them that courtesy.
Right.
And even though I know, like, they always tell me, drop it off here, I still make it mandatory. I'm always going to ask them.
Yeah, definitely.
Every day.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Bro, hey, where? Oh, just drop it there.
No problem. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
Saves a hassle.
Totally
Saves a
understand.
headache.
Yeah, totally
Respect.
understand.
That's the word.
Yeah, respect.
You give them respect,
goes
they're going
a
to
long
give you
ways.
respect, and they make it easier on you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Gotta love it.
But that's how it is, That's how it is.
Yeah,
But hey,
so-
bro, honestly, I'm glad that we finally did this, and we'll see what this goes.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see what
definitely.
this
So,
goes,
what would you
and,
give a beginner? Yeah.
Can you give your Instagram?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's Pepe Unit 3. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. That's all I got. You guys can follow me there. I shoot some videos,
Pepe Unit 3.
stories, and I put some videos just
Real knowledgeable.
knowledge to try to see if I can, help anybody out. You
Right.
know? I do. Thanks for the guys actually do give me props, and they actually thank me, and they're like, "Hey, keep hitting us, keep hitting us. We're learning," and that alone, like it doesn't. I'm like say it makes me feel good, but it gives me the motivation to there's a
pushing
purpose for me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
Like it pays back what I'm doing. Like
Definitely.
it's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So good, bad reviews, all that, whatever. It's never like how a good friend of mine says, it's never a bad day.
Right.
You know, when you have a really awful day, it's a learning day. You know?
Yes.
Oh, I had a shitty day. You know what? Did you learn something from it? Because in order for us to keep living, we should be able to learn at least one thing. At
Right.
least one thing a day.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And,
exactly.
and
At
there's
least
a
one.
100,000 things thrown at us in a day. But if
For
you take
sure.
one, then we're living. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And
It
if you
serves a
smile,
purpose.
you laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even
Oh, yeah.
even at a dumb shit, you know, you laugh at it. Hey, I think that's living. That's
Right.
living.
Absolutely. Yeah,
You know?
For sure.
I mean, I clown a kid that walks in the yard and I'm like, dude, why are you always mad? But it's just he has that face.
Right.
You know, I'm like, dude, why are you always mad? You know, like, I don't fake it till you make it, bro. Give me a fake smile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
You know, eventually you'll probably walk in with a smile, even though you don't mean it. But hey, bro, you know, lighten up your own world. You know?
Yeah, no, that's the part. Yeah, we all go through
I
things
know.
in life, and
Yeah.
people don't know the different struggles, the demons that we're
Oh yeah,
fighting.
we all have. We all
You know,
have.
but
Yeah.
once you punch in, you got to leave that at
Yeah.
the gate
Right.
and come in because you got to be on your A game.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
people say, "Wow, they must think I don't have no problems in life." Like, my life is perfect.
Right.
But yeah, but all right, bro. Appreciate
Hey.
you.
Till
Nice
next
chatting.
time, we'll see how far this thing goes,
Yeah.
and you know, hopefully on the comeback, it'll be
Yeah,
you know,
definitely
another level.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't know. We'll see.